Okay, here's our top we're going to try to restore. This is a '05 PT Cruiser. The top fabric has got a lot of fading and I think bleach blotching or something on it. The fabric's tolerable, but the color obviously looks terrible. This top is probably about $1,500 to replace, plus install if you have to have someone do it for you. So we're going to try to just use a product called dye-na-flo. This is dye-na-flo. It's a paint, but it's supposed to absorb into fabrics like dye. And the bottle to the right is called Airfix, and that's actually just a catalyst because you want this stuff to dry so it becomes weather resistant. These are two 8-ounce bottles. I bought 4. I don't know how much it's going to take. I've never used this stuff before, but it looks like it's a real good quality product. I'm going to give it a try, see how it works. I should say that I prepped this top I saturated it with alcohol first to kind of clean it. And then I went back with a product called Synthropol, which is an industrial soap I got from the same place I got the dye-na-flo, and I scrubbed it with that. I'll take a picture of that later. I don't have the bottle here with me, so you can see what it is. It's an industrial pH neutral soap. And so I scrubbed it with that. I think it took a lot more gunk out, but there's residues and loose fibers and all that junk you want to get off the top, get it. And I tried it even with a vacuum cleaner and high pressure air, couldn't get it off. I ended up having to make a tape roller out of reverse duct tape and rolling it over the top. And that finally pulled up all the loose garbage, the fibers and fuzz and dead pieces of the fabric. This is actually an acrylic fabric. I think it's made by Heart's Top. And it's a good quality, but this top is this is an 18-year-old car. It's been sitting out in the sun. I got it 6 months ago and I've been restoring it, painted it, but I wish I had considered doing the top before I painted the car. Would have been a little easier to not so worry so much about protecting the new paint. So anyway, we've got it thoroughly clean and tried to get as much lint and loose fiber off, and we've got it maxed off with some, this is like whiteboard paper, I think is what it is. My neighbor gave it to me, but I got that just to kind of protect, to keep it off the paint. This product, dye-na-flo, is actually water-based, so it shouldn't be too problem. If I dribble any, I should be able to wipe it up pretty quick. We'll start pretty soon. So how's it look? Well, it's much better than what it looked like. It's still a little bit splotchy, but I think that's because the fabric is really in pretty bad shape surface wise. But it took the color really nice. I mean, it looks better in person than it does on this camera. And I think it's tolerable for what the car is. Only took 2 bottles, which was 16 ounces. I bought 4, so I had plenty of material. It probably would have come out better if I had maybe sprayed it. But to do that, I should have done it before I painted the car. But I'm pretty happy with it. For the top looked horrendous. So here's the Synthropol, which is just an industrial soap. You actually wash it with that, and you actually put several drips into your mix. You're going to have, here's bottles, here's the Airfix. Helps if you have a little syringe for measuring. 5 cc's is equal to a teaspoon. Here's my roller. It's I think a Purdy Dove roller. Didn't leave any lint, worked pretty well. Have a foam brush handy for getting in the nooks and crannies. So this is the roller I use. It's 1/4 inch. Purdy Jumbo White Dove. Fit the roller I had. Didn't leave any lint. It worked pretty well. Don't saturate your roller because the stuff's pretty thin. It'll roll. It'll spill all over the place. Have wet rags ready to catch what dribbles on the car. It is a water base, but with it does, I found, dries pretty fast. Curing would take a little bit longer, but you want to get it cleaned up off the car. I masked off the car with paper, and it actually wasn't the best paper to use, but it's what I had. It's somewhat water resistant, but it still soaked through in a couple spots, and I had to get to it quickly with a wet rag to clean it up. But overall, pretty good. Materials I probably got, maybe $40 in it, And you can't, there's no dyes for any of these tops, these fabric tops. They sell some black stuff for black tops, but a lot of us don't have black tops. So overall, I'm pretty happy with it. The top was in really horrendous shape to begin with. But at least now the color's much better. Oh, well, I'll take one more short video of it when I get it outside to see how it looks. Anyway, there you go. If you want to redo your PT Cruiser top or any top that's canvas, this stuff works really good. It soaks in like a stain. They call it paint, but it's more like a stain. And it's not too hard to get it on there pretty even. This one, the fabric, obviously, the fabric surface was just blotchy from, I think, was bleach white or bleach or something really kind of damaged the surface, but overall, not too bad. Give it a try. It's only $40. What do you got to lose? Tops $1,500. Go for it. So it's been outside for a couple of hours, and I'm pretty sure it's cured. This stuff dries pretty fast. So, I mean, overall, the top looks way better, but you can see it's still a little bit splotchy. But it's good. The fabric was really, the surface of the fabric is really pretty poor. Taking a lot. The front here looks worse, but it actually looks better than it does on the video here. But definitely way better than it looked. And there's really no other alternatives for these things. New top, $1,500 to $2,000. The integrity of this one is still okay. It's just cosmetic mostly. I guess the fact that the rear glass is not really removable is partly why the new tops are so expensive. But yeah, this car's not worth buying a new top for. It's just a little hot rod project I decided to build. I think it came out pretty cool. It's kind of got a nice little vintage look. Some people either love it or hate it. I enjoy it. It's a fun little cruiser. Anyway, good luck with yours.